What is up, everybody, and welcome to my 1500 subscriber video. I hope you guys sincerely enjoy, and I will warn you in advance, it is quite a long video, but it would mean the world to me if you guys could leave it a like and possibly subscribe if you are new. And hey, feel free to stick around through the entire video, it would help the channel a lot. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Please check the description where I've left a little message for every single one of you guys that have got me to where I am now. And let's get straight into the video. Hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. Before we start here, I want to give two quick shout-outs. First of all, to my guy Logic, who was actually the person who helped me record most of this video, as well as I would like to shout out his brother, Jude VR, Jude VR. Please go look him up on YouTube, guys. He has a pretty dang good channel, I will say, and he has a lot of unboxing videos for technology, as well as he does a lot of VR videos. So if you guys are into that, please go take a look. VR videos are amazing, so I highly recommend you go check him out. But thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
When and why did you decide to start YouTube?
That's actually a pretty good question, I'm not gonna lie. So, you said when and why?
Yes.
So, I started YouTube about 3 years ago actively, and to be honest, the major reason that I had at that point was that whenever I joined somebody's stream, so say it was like, I'll throw some out there, some famous YouTubers, such as like Ninja, Fearless, anybody like that, I would join, and I understand there's a lot of people watching, but it kind of felt like I was a number. Like, I wasn't really a person. Like, you subscribe to their channel, it's like, oh, thanks for subscribing, but that's it. And there wasn't really too many instances where you could actually interact with the person and get to know them better. So I decided to start a YouTube channel because I wanted to make a place that viewers could come to actually know more about me as a person instead of more about my channel. Basically, they could interact with me instead of feeling like a number. That's kind of most of the reason why I became a YouTuber. And I mean, I didn't really expect to get this far, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started, I had like, I think 20 subs, and I was like, alright, cool, that's a lot of subs, I'm doing amazing, that's probably going to be the peak of my success. And then more people started subbing, and now we're at almost 2,000, and I'm like, okay, that's a lot more than I ever expected. So that's my answer to that one. Pretty difficult one to answer, to be honest.
Interesting you took that approach, because I feel like you made a lot more friends by streaming just because you interact with their chat more, and you ask them questions, and you talk to them, and you're not just really focused on their game. You kind of try to interact and talk to your chat in a way that most streamers don't.
Yeah, that was kind of my main focus, is that, you can play a game and have fun and stream it, but at the same time you have to be worried about the people watching instead of just focus solely on what you're doing. So, yeah.
Who helped you reach your goal and inspired you to start YouTube?
Who helped me? So if I had anybody inspire me to do YouTube, to be completely honest, it was probably C-Day, because whenever I watched his videos, it was like, I can imagine making something that funny and seeing everybody's reaction to that video and seeing if they liked it, disliked it, and what I could change. So if there was one person that I really felt like inspired me, I would say probably C-Day. I mean, anybody else that's watching this might agree with me that C-Day is a pretty good legend. He's pretty dang good.
How old when you started YouTube?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. So I said 3 years, but that was an estimate. I actually don't remember when. I think it was about 2015, something like that, because I was really young and I didn't even have a microphone at that point to record videos. So for anybody that would like to go back and watch, the first video I made was, I believe, a World of Warships video, and I sent that out, and I think it got around like 60 views for somebody who had like 15 subscribers. I was like, okay, wow, that did amazing. But that was about 5 years ago, I'd say, and I was about 13, 12, something like that. So I was really young at the point. I didn't really grasp what YouTube was at the time. I just thought it was like a fun little hobby, but now I'm a little more serious about it. So about 12 or 13 is when I started YouTube. But
when you look back talking about your supporters, do you remember your first supporter, like whoever got you, like, I'm gonna do this person is,
oh my god,
I'm gonna make more people feel like this?
So what do you mean by supporter? Like my first ever subscriber?
Your first ever person that really meant something to you. The one that made you like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show everybody that I can do this.
Dang. Okay, that's once again an amazing question. I have to give you props for that as well. So when you're a smaller YouTuber, you don't check your subscribers as often. So I don't really see many people subscribe when you're smaller. So if you have like 10 subs, you don't see anybody sub. You don't know their names. You can't really get to know them that well. YouTube doesn't support content creators like that. Thank you, YouTube. Anyways, but if there's one person in general that I have had along the way that I had to give mad respect for. Now, of course, there's a lot of them out there, so for everybody that's like, hey, I did that too, this is the one person that I've known for a fact and seen still today is, I know he'll be watching this video, is Splashy. He's somebody that's been around for a very long time. I believe around 20 and 30 subscribers. I think at one time we determined like 200, 300, but nobody knows. All I know is it was before 200 subscribers is when I started seeing him. And he's been the only subscriber I can recall that's been active for that long. Like, he's been solidly active since that amount of subscribers. There was a couple points, when life came up, and obviously he couldn't make it, and he was gone for about a month or so, something like that, but nobody can blame him for that. So that's probably the one person I could really throw out there that's been there for me the entire way, and just every time I saw him in stream, it was like, hey man, what's up? And just really raised my mood. So he was probably one of the only people I can think of that really helped me realize that I could do this.
That's great.
Kobraz, have you ever had In-N-Out Burger?
That's not a YouTube related question, but to answer it, no. It's that's like, see, that's not really a question I deem as personal, but yes, I can answer that. I have not, no, but I do want to.
Do you have any bigger plans on changing your stream or making any bigger plans in 2021?
So any plans for 2021 that I'm planning on changing about my YouTube channel?
Yeah, or any goals or anything?
Well, one I already implemented before 2021, just slightly. I changed my name from Kobraz Gaming to Kobraz because obviously I'm getting a little bit of a bigger channel, and I don't want to have to make people search up Kobraz Gaming every time they want to watch me. I wanted to make it more simple. So that was the first big change we've made. The second one is going to be a huge quality change that I'm still working on because I'm trying to get into using some better editing programs and just learning how to edit better in general. Because a lot of my videos, when you look back, some of them have been pretty decent, but there's other ones where you can see or hear little issues with the videos, and I really want to get those out because I don't want to have to worry about quality down the line. I want to make my quality better and better instead of having trash quality if my channel gets bigger. So yeah, that's how I'd fix that. Just a couple of little things I have for the future.
And when you're making your content, because I know you stream a lot, but are you planning on making any challenge videos or something, or you playing solo squads or playing games with fans or something like that, more video content wise instead of streaming?
Yeah, actually I can answer that pretty well. So if you've ever watched any of my streams, for anybody new here who probably doesn't know this, for everybody that's been here for a while, I specify in sniping, mostly in Fortnite, and on my current record, not to boast, but I have 203 wins now to 1 loss in Sniper 1v1s, so I'm doing pretty good there. But the only reason I haven't done type of solo squad videos or just solo videos in general, really not including anybody else, is because I have to work on some of my other skills, such as building and accuracy. Obviously I'm good with a sniper, but if you're fighting somebody in a build battle, that's not really going to have any effect. You have to be able to also edit fast and build fast and be able to, use your shotgun effectively. And I am not exactly the best person to ask about that. So if I had to give you an estimate of when that might happen, I can't currently, because I want to make sure that the people watching my video also agree with the fact that I'm decent at the game before I start releasing content like that. So to answer your question, probably not for a while, but I'm working on it.
When did you know that YouTube was gonna hit 1,000 subs? Did one video that especially helped you get there, or was it just multiple?
I knew my YouTube was gonna hit 1,000 subscribers when we got to 999 subscribers.
No, but did one video blow up? Was there a certain video in you that made you blow up, so you got a lot of subs?
My first custom matchmaking in fashion show video was by far probably the most popular on my channel. Either the first or second one. Those were the ones that really helped the channel, because I can remember, I don't know why YouTube does this, but on the first custom matchmaking video I did, I gained over 150 subscribers in one day. And I was like, that's insane. And so I did the next one the next day, right? It went from 1.5k views on one stream down to 400. And I want you to explain that, YouTube.
Wow.
How does it do that? I want to know. Same time, same day, I did the next one next week, same everything, no changes, and I got 400 views compared to 1.5. So I don't know what happened there, but that was the video that really helped me.
Do you play any sports?
See, there you go. That's a good one. Okay, so nobody's asked that yet. Do I play any sports? I actually used to be on a baseball team when I was younger, but that got canceled really fast, unfortunately. The team didn't last long. But I used to play baseball, and I was attempting to get onto a team last year, and that didn't work out either because of my college schedule. But I used to play baseball, and other than that, that's pretty much it. So I've been a baseball player most of my life, and recently I don't play any sports, no. But I like your question. That was a really good one. Nobody's asked that yet. All right.
That's sad. Your team?
It's all good. It was like a little league team. It was for kids and stuff. It didn't last too long. It's all good.
Oh.
Also, obviously, I'll say a little bit about that. We had some personal issues with the owners who happen to be our friends that are not anymore. So that kind of contributed to the whole issue as well.
Oh.
And then elaborating to everybody else that was wondering what happened. Morgan, if you're still out there, I remember you. I'm kidding. Okay, next one.
How do you pass high school?
How do I pass high school?
How do you pass the first freshman year of high school? I need it.
He wants my unlimited secrets. He wants the Krabby Patty recipe, bro.
I'm doing so bad in high school.
All right. That was a little bit difficult. So, fun fact: I actually didn't take most of high school.
Oh, come on.
So, for most of them, I was homeschooled, and then I skipped the last two.
What?
Yeah, I skipped 11 and 12. So, to answer your question, for the years that I did do it, it was definitely annoying to me because of the sheer amount of work they give you. College is so much easier. But to answer somewhat your question, hopefully it helps a little bit. I'm sure you've heard this tons of times before. But my only answer for you is just try your best whenever a quiz comes up to study the chapters again that they've already told you to do. Because the answers I will say, of most teachers will always be in the chapters they tell you to read. So definitely try to make sure that you know the answers beforehand, or else if you try to think, oh yeah, I know the answers, and then you go into the test and don't know any, you're obviously going to fail the test. So I would recommend that. Just study a little bit more. Try your best to make sure you know the answers to the questions. So even, I'm not going to lie, a lot of teachers, if you go up to them and ask them, hey, I was having a question about this next test, what do you think is going to be on? Like, what chapters should I reread? Most of the time they'll tell you.
Your positives and negatives on YouTube and your positives and negatives in real life.
Okay, dude, you have some good questions. Holy crap. Honestly, those are good. So you said positives and negatives on YouTube first. That one is similar to one I've already answered, but I answered it earlier, but you'll see in the video. Obviously, I answered trolls are a big downside to YouTube, because when you're a smaller channel, which I'm not exactly considered small, I'm like I am considered small but not extra small, so I have a decent community. But when you're first starting out, like what I used to do, I didn't really get any of this, but there's been tons of people personally in my life that I know, they'll have like 5 or 10 subs, you know, and they'll be like, dude, I got this, my content's amazing, and then somebody will come into chat and just troll the crap out of them and basically just beat them down, like tell them their content's trash, you know, you're trash, you're horrible, just all these horrible negative terms, and it just completely destroys them. It's horrible. So if anybody out there has had that personally happen to you, don't let that fool you. Just because they come in there and say that, it's most of the time because they're either jealous or they think it's funny, and it's not. We know that. So for anybody that's had that personally happen to them, don't worry about what other people say. If you think you're doing a good job, just continue with what you're doing and don't let anybody else influence that unless it's for the better. So that's my answer to those ones. And then you said my positives and negatives in life as well, right?
Yeah.
That one's also a really good question. So positives in life, I mean, obviously I'm dating my wonderful girlfriend. You guys know her, Sarah. Absolute legend. I love her. And that's one of the upsides. My other one is, fun fact, I'm not sure how many people know this, I actually am in my final 6 months of college. So I'm very close to getting my degree in business management. So that is amazing. That's the two upsides I have. I mean, apart from my family, obviously. I'm grateful for every single one of them. They're amazing. And my grandma and grandpa. You know, everything. All the basic family members that I love the crap out of. But negatives... I mean, negatives is like an irrelevant term, essentially, because there's tons of things that can be deemed positive or negative. Like, obviously, every day we're going to have to deal with tons of positive things, and then also there's going to be some negative things in there. Like, for me, it's unfortunately the fact that I could, like, die in the middle of the night, just randomly. So, that's one of the biggest things, because for everybody, I mean, it's a pretty widespread thing now. But for anybody that doesn't know what type 1 diabetes is, basically, I think it's pancreas, I keep forgetting, I haven't been told that in a while, but something in your pancreas stops working and you stop making something called insulin, which in terms means that when you eat something, you either have to give yourself a shot, and if you overestimate or underestimate it, it could have devastating effects. So, if I do like a number wrong, that could be bad for me. So it's kind of like, I'm riding a thin line right now, and that's one of the downsides, but I've gotten used to it. And I just really have stopped worrying about it now. That's why I can joke about it instead of being like, you know. So that's one of the downsides. But there's tons of downsides in life. The one thing I can say is just don't let them get you down. Look, if my girlfriend answers, I'm going to get absolutely roasted. And I don't feel like doing that right now. She'd better not. Sarah, don't join. Let's see. Will she join? I hope she doesn't. Please don't join.
She's gonna join later. Don't remove her yet. I just want her to join later.
No!
Let's go. She joined.
No!
Let's go.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. I saw you reacted to my comment on the announcements channel.
Yeah.
And do you have 2 questions for me? What's your actual question?
So why do you think people choose to watch your YouTube channel over every other YouTube channel out there? Because there's a lot of people who post things about Fortnite and Minecraft, and they make a lot of cool stuff. So why would a person come to your channel?
Oh, because they're dumb. I don't actually know. I think they enjoy the personality of the channel opposed to other ones, because a big issue with YouTube is the fact that a lot of channels don't interact with their subscribers, and they're just like, hey, I'm this person that you watch once a month when I upload a video, and they don't actually get to know the person. So I think it's because I have a little bit more of a closer relationship with my subscribers. I believe that's why. But I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna get so roasted in the comments now.
Alright, because
Well, you know, I could roast you for not saying good morning, because literally... Anyway, but...
No.
I